it seems like everybody is doing something these
Yeah.
days with the follicles and the pores and
Every
I'm
kind of
talking about
all.
hair and skin here, people.
Yes. So we've got on screen L'Oreal to acquire Aesop. And I
Mhm.
don't mean the Greek fables.
No,
I
no, no,
mean
no.
the brand. Um, so L'Oreal is obviously the creators of the smoothie shampoo that they had in the 90s that came in
Mhm.
the fish bottle. And
Right.
they are a massive beauty conglomerate. And Aesop is the soap that you have in your bathroom when you've truly made it. When you are
Right.
so rich that you can spend $50 on a bottle of soap for your bathroom.
And I think
Um,
they do like luxury collabs and stuff too, right? If I remember
yes.
correctly, like that there are not many soap brands that are doing big time collabs. Like they're on a special level here.
Yes, and I mean, if you ever go into an Aesop, I mean, we're looking at it right now.
Mhm.
It's like it is kind of what you would expect from high fashion, but it's in the kind of like moisturizer soap department. Like their stores are like very chic and like understated. It smells incredible in there. It is it's one of those brands where it's
Mhm.
like sometimes somebody might get you something from Lush or like
Yeah.
Bed Bath or Bath and Body Works. And you're like, oh, this is really nice, thank
Right.
you. But if they get you something from Aesop, it's like, whoa, you
Whoa,
spent
whoa, whoa, whoa,
seventy
whoa.
dollars on this much?
Is
That's
this
incredible.
is this creme de la mer?
Yeah, this is the creme de la creme. So I mean, it makes a lot of sense for L'Oreal to
Yeah.
purchase this brand. It's well known. It is kind of in the top tier in terms of the price range, and it does come off as very fashion. But Kilian, one of the reasons you wanted to talk to me about this
Mhm.
was, and I wish that Slav guy was still trying to bully
Ugh,
me because I had a point, I had a reason,
we
I
got something to
planted it.
tell him.
I found somebody who used to make fun of me in middle school, and I said, "Hey, you want to come on my podcast?" Um, we were talking about this before we got on,
Mhm.
and despite the fact that we're, you know, not, we're like, oh, ooh, we're like nerds. We're two cis men for all intents and purposes, and
Crazy, right?
the skincare game is not my bag. Uh,
No.
we just wanted to like kind of confess and talk about like will there be a point where you can't be interested in fashion unless you are also interested in beauty
I'm
because
seeing it pop up. Like I'll be in my recommended feed and there will be like fashion YouTubers being like my my hair and skin get ready with me, my routine for my beautiful locks and skin. And it's
yeah,
like it'll be other like straight men, or not, right? But
I don't know.
everybody in this a lot of people in this game are getting into that game, it feels
Yes,
like. And it's
and
new.
I mean, I think that caring about this stuff. First off, if anybody's listening, and I want to say this to the Slav guy too, listen, it's
Mhm,
okay.
mhm.
It's okay, really. If you want to do any of these things, and that's how you express yourself, and even if you just want to have sex with women, but you put lotion on your skin and you put stuff in your hair and you wear perfumes, that's cool. Just do
Hell
whatever
yeah.
you want. Being a man means living by your own rules. So
I
just a
guarantee
PSA.
I'm sure I would
Um,
look and feel better if I took more care of my hair and skin.
in my
It
body
reminds
and my
me, there
sleep
was
and my
for
sorry.
no, that's totally okay. For the longest time in my life, I did not do like exercise or anything. Like I was not a gym person.
Yeah,
I just like lived my life up until, maybe I got out of college or whatever. And I remember looking at that, thinking to myself, like, I'm never going to be a gym person. I'm not a
I
person that
mean,
like cares about my figure or whatever. And that is how I am right now about hair and skin, you know?
okay, and I assume at one point you realized, well, I have to care about my figure
Yes,
because it
right.
is better to look good than it is to feel good. You
Exactly.
must go to the gym. It's not about I don't care about your heart. I don't care about
Mhm,
your health.
mhm.
It's about how the clothes fit on your body. It's about
Right.
getting a fit off. So
Yes.
for that reason, for those reasons and more. I mean, if you look at me, other than everything else you can make fun of, you can tell that I have a distinctive under eye
Mm.
bags. So
Ooh.
I'm interested. If somebody tried to pitch me
Mhm,
on skincare and they
mhm.
convinced me, they said like we can get rid of that,
Yeah.
I would listen.
Mhm,
I went to the dermatologist for this health thing. I'm not going to get into it, but
mhm.
it was the first time I went to this doctor, and they looked at me and they're like, "Are your eyes always like that?" I said, "Yes, they are. Can you fix it?" She didn't have an
That's
answer.
rough. That's
I
rough.
mean, it's not the first time. And she's a doctor. She was a doctor.
Mhm.
Yes, I know. But one,
He Christian, he didn't finish reading it. We got a comment that said Steve Buscemi's long lost child. I just need to make sure that was on the record, okay?
on the record, I look like Steve
Now,
Buscemi.
Christian, I know you hate compliments. They just make
I
you
do.
vomit. You
I
hate
do.
when people tell you you're pretty or smart or anything.
It doesn't happen a lot. So,
But you've
where are you going
got
with this?
nice hair, Christian.
What word?
You've got some
Pew, pew,
nice
pew.
hair, okay?
Yes.
I've read your comments. I know people like it.
Yeah. I
So
think
what do you
that
do?
I think it is, and this is kind of like our beauty and whatever episode. Listen, if you start caring about fashion, there comes a point where you might start caring about the parts of your body that aren't fashion. And one of those, I guess, step number one is hair. And the first thing I would say is everybody's hair is like big different. Everybody has a different
Yeah.
texture of hair. Even if you are white, you can have a different texture than another white person, believe it or not. Um, but I would say like that's at least sometimes people comment on my videos and they're like, "What do you do? Tell me your hair." And, and I would
Right.
like I don't know. It would be a really short video. I don't know what else to say other than what I've done, and this is the only
Mhm.
thing that works. And also, results may vary. Like this could totally look dumb on you just because of your hair.
I
Um,
remember how much of a bummer it was. Like I would go to the barber when I was younger with like pictures. Like I'd show 'em my phone, like, give me this. This looks so cool. Do that. And I
yeah,
thought they were just like trash because it never came out right. You know what I mean? And then
yeah.
you slowly realize, oh, my hair is just not what I want it to be, and it never
Oh,
will be.
oh. I
Welcome to my trauma, Christian.
So, if for anybody just listening, I have brown hair. I have
Mhm,
luckily a full hair
mhm,
headline of hair, not receding, and I just do it in what you could call pompadour. But
mhm.
the problem is, this is the only hairstyle that I know works on me. That
Yeah.
or shaving my head. I've tried other stuff, and it's kind of mixed results.
Mhm.
And when I first started doing this haircut, everybody's like, "Oh, you're Edward from Twilight," and that
Right,
wasn't
right.
cool yet. It wasn't cool to be Robert Pattinson at the
Mhm.
time. It was lame. Um, but this is the only thing I know how to do. And in case anybody's wondering, it's really simple. You wash your hair with soap and water. What I do is I actually blow dry it. That's how I get it like this, and then I
Oh,
put the
okay, that
product
makes
in.
sense. See,
Yeah,
that's
it's
even a
really
step
straightforward.
further than, like, I've ever gone. I'll say
Yeah.
just to throw out
No.
you've got the Edward Cullen hair. My natural hairstyle is like Justin Bieber when he first popped off on YouTube at 13 years
Nice,
old. That
nice,
is how my
nice.
hair naturally sits. It's what I'm cursed with. It was not a curse when Justin Bieber was popping off at 13 years old, and that's what everyone thought was cool. But now, no more.
It looks like Rachel Ward. I'll point out, asked me, "Do you miss your mullet?" I did have a mullet. I did it. I did a mullet. Um, I
It's
guess
ballsy, ballsy.
if anybody's interested, there are some videos. I'm trying to think of which ones. Maybe the one I did a real tree camo video. If you want to see the
Mm.
mullet, I believe I have a mullet in in that timeline. Uh, I live in Brooklyn, Bushwick specifically. It's the mullet capital of the world. It has usurped Tennessee and all the other southern states for mullet capital because
It's all appropriation, okay?
yeah,
They did
every
those guys did it
boy
first.
every boy, girl, and everything in between has a mullet here. But I mean, that worked. That hairstyle, like I was able to pull that off. I think
Mhm,
that at the end of the day, I hair is still elusive to me because I can only know how to do the one thing, and
mhm.
whenever I try to do something else, it ends up looking bad. So
Right.
I want like a hair wizard to come and just like tell us what to do.
You ever
Um,
have those? I feel like there are so many moments like that throughout my life where you're just like, just give me that person that the rich people have.
yeah, just
Give
give me
me
the
that
person the rich
give
person
me that
has.
stylist, that personal shopper, that barber, that hairstylist, that personal trainer.
Fitness guy, that
Yeah,
yeah, that therapist, that agent, that career
right.
coach, money advisor.
Ooh,
Um,
that's a good I want that. Yeah.
did we make a point with this segment? It was just kind of me talking about I don't know how I feel about these things.
Yeah, I think it was literally just for us to say that we are the out of step ones here. We're watching
Yes.
this happen from afar with curiosity, I feel like.
I mean that's the thing actually, because if I have to say anything, it's clear that younger men now, young men and boys and everything in betwixt,
Mhm,
are really gun ho. They people who are Zoomers are really a lot more like I don't know, courageous and invested in
mhm.
caring about their skin and their hair. And I can't wait to see the haircuts.
And this is another thing actually, I think was it with Aesop or was it with someone else that Rick Owens did like the soap collab?
It feels like it would be Aesop, but I don't remember.
Yeah, and I feel like that's again like one of the first things I saw, like these people who suddenly descended on Rick Owens and got super into his stuff. Like they're like, "Oh, Rick Owens did a soap, did a shampoo or whatever. Like, let's check this out. Let's see what's up." You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm always trying. You know, I wish him all the world and the best, Rick.